Sykes' store where I used to buy all my Christmas presents for my family. I had $1, and I had to stretch $1, and like every gift cost about 25 cents or something like that. But it was really neat to have Sykes there. I remember my mom, she used to do a lot of embroidery. I don't know how many of you folks do that anymore. But she would buy her embroidery thread there. I think it was like 5 cents or something like that. But she would make these beautiful dresser scarves. I don't think anybody uses them anymore. I have some that I've given to my daughter and other ones that might be interested. But yeah, it was a wonderful time there. Before we have our next guest, I wanted to read another poem called Country Road. And it kind of reminds me of Steventown. I know every oak and maple on this lonely country road. I know each and every farmer in the seed that they have sowed. I see every petaled daisy in the meadow so serene, and the awesome summer sunset behind the forest green. I hear the roaring of the falls, and every cricket's song, and the screeching of the owl in the nights that seem so long. I taste the cool spring water that bubbles from the rock, and the salty kisses from a child who cannot find his sock. I feel the country breeze as I cycle in the morn, and nod to passing stalks, my friends of silken corn. I breathe a prayer of thanks at the closing of the day, as I wave to farmers' children riding bales of hay. So the next guest we have is her name is Bev McClave, and she's going to share some wonderful memories of the past with us.
Pat, I just heard about that shelter today from the owner of Four Fat Fellows.
Are you kidding?
No, I never knew that. All the years my kids went there. And he's planning to make it into a blue cheese. You know, it has to age for like 5 months. He says it's perfect. It's dark and it's dank.
We used to, when we had the drills, you know, cover
Yeah.
up, we used to have to go down in there.
What happened when you lived over there, when you went to school over there? Did they make you run over to get it?
They probably had a special assembly to do it. Do the blackout curtains, come down. David says he doesn't. They didn't do it.
I will probably be the only speaker that was not born in Steventown, or raised in Steventown. Sorry. I've only been here 51 years. And I remember when we moved here, my husband's family had moved up in 57, and my husband befriended Gus Johnson, if any of you remember him. And Rick would say to him, "Are you a native?" And he goes, "No, I came here in '08. Never considered himself a native. Today I asked Norma if I could speak about the Historical Society, because I think it's very, very important. All of you have these wonderful stories, and if we don't preserve our history, it's going to be lost. We've already lost how much? Our beloved railroad station, the Vanderbilt House. So I just want to tell you what we've done. I was not there in the beginning. Cynthia Pease was the town historian in the 70s, and apparently people kept coming to her about genealogy and wanting to know about cemeteries. And we have, Pat, you've discovered over 80 now?
Yes.
And we knew of 77, and so Cynthia asked for help to catalog all of these cemeteries. A monumental job. And from that, the society was formed in November 8th of 1973. At that first meeting, I thought I should read these charter members. Greer Fitting, Donna Cedar, who is Donnie Cedor's ex-wife, Susie Cooper and Janet Atwater, Helen Lapp, Gladys Howe, Eula Sweener, Harold Hager, Albert and Eileen Silvernail, Mrs. James, Kenneth James, Thelma Tomlinson, Francis Rathbun, Sally and Ed Fox, Cal Kenyon, Ann Gans, Margot Ernst, Edwin Wheeler, Cynthia Pease, and Agnes Coates. It was a big group. My mother-in-law, God love her soul, she would get up at 5 o'clock and start working. And she amassed over 31,000 cards with, as she called it, the living gravestones, with information on people that lived here. Births, deaths, property they owned, military records. And I think probably now we have over 33,000. And we are transposing it all over to computer. We have a living family tree maker that has copious records of families. In 1988, May 11th, the church was bought on the corner of Staples and Garfield. And it was in pretty bad, not structurally bad shape, but a lot of cosmetic, except for the steeple. The steeple was unstable. And they got Richard Babcock from Hancock to stabilize the steeple, and then things could progress safely. To this day, we have restored everything, inside and out. We just put a new roof on last year. And luckily, everything was still there, even the shutters on the windows. So we're very proud of our building. We're one of the few historical societies in the area that owns their building. There's a double-edged sword with that, as you all know as homeowners. The maintenance and upkeep of a building is tremendous. But we're working hard. And we were able, in case none of you have been over there, we do have the Vanderbilt sign. We do have the sign from the Stephentown Railroad Station. In 1984, this group of people put together a committee, and maybe many of you were here for the bicentennial, which was a week-long celebration, which probably parallels this one, but it was just fantastic. And we had Stephen Van Rensselaer V as the Grand Marshal, he and his wife Lily. And other work we have done, and we used to have an exhibit every year from 1991 to 2005 until people really didn't bother to come and see them. And we felt, why put all the effort in if nobody was coming? So today we maintain these records, we maintain the artifacts. This year we've gotten 2 wonderful gifts of negative glass plates that we never even knew existed in Stephentown. And we've had 3 artisan shows, which seem to be popular, so I think we need to change. We need to change with what people want to see today. But I really strongly urge all of you to be interested in your history and to preserve it. And don't let any other historic buildings be torn down, please. Thank you very much.
My name is Jack Collins. 66 years ago, I was born in South Stephentown.
No, 86.
I have a great feeling for Stephentown. And I really think it's doing a wonderful job of preserving our history.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate that. Thank you.